Tomorrow is going to be tough for the local retail giant that is Target and the global retail giant that is Amazon, as both companies are expected to lay off thousands of people. The Wall Street Journal and Reuters reporting today Amazon plans to lay off as many as 30,000 workers starting tomorrow at headquarters. Not all of them right away, but the layoffs will start tomorrow. And when it's done, that will reflect getting rid of roughly 10% of the Amazon workforce. The leadership signaled this summer for a couple of reasons. AI is a big one. The other is course correcting, the company says, of the massive hiring done during the pandemic when sales online were just booming. And then here at home, Target. We have known since Thursday layoffs for 1,000 people are coming tomorrow. And now I have a few details about how this will go down. Everyone who works at headquarters, first of all, is working from home this week. And that's because of these layoff notices going out, I'm told, tomorrow morning. Anyone who is affected is going to be told in a Zoom call. Folks on the inside I've talked with are obviously anxious as they don't know if they're going to have a job tomorrow and have no indication which teams are getting cut.
Sheesh. Man, look, bro. They not even, they just telling you don't even waste your gas. Don't come up here. Cause we might be sending you that letter. And man, these are tough times, bro, we in. And this junk is serious, bro. I think that it's so much stuff going on in the world right now. A lot of this stuff is not the devil, and it's not, a whole bunch of stuff going on because of the devil just having his way. And many people may ask, where is God? But a lot of this stuff, man, is just judgment. Like she was saying, a lot of these jobs are white collar jobs. I was doing some more research and it was talking about 14,000 white collar jobs where people were released with Amazon, and they're planning on 30,000 being released. So man, just imagine like some of these people who have these positions, like they've been making, hundreds of thousands of dollars possibly, over the course of some years. And that's why God called us to be good stewards, man. And I wanted to make this video, man, just to encourage the believers, man. And as well as if you aren't a believer, like you need to come to Christ, because a lot of this stuff is judgment. And we want to make sure we are in God's will with our lives and with our decision making and all this stuff. Because quick testimony, man, I almost lost my job last week, and due to some stuff that that was going on behind the scenes. And man, it's crazy because, man, by the grace of God sustained me. So I'm so thankful that God sustained me, because especially in the workforce, you're gonna have all these people who have lost their jobs and are now going into the workforce, well, trying to get back into the workforce. And they may be, hey, look, I may have been getting paid $100,000 for doing this job, but shoot, hey, I'll take this $50,000 job. And so that will leave a lot of people who, maybe, middle class or middle to lower class, to where that's a job that they would have taken. But then you got someone who's coming from up here, down here, and it is not that many jobs already. So it's like, but in the midst of me going through that, last week, I had to work the whole weekend and then found out on Monday that I was going to be able to keep my job. And I found out that Friday of last week, and I was like, man, what's going on? And they was like, nah, you good. We just gonna make sure, everything's straight from here on out. And I don't know, all the details of it, but God did give me favor with my manager. And she advocated for me heavily, man. So shouts out to my manager, man. I appreciate that. And it's interesting to see, I think God allowed that to see where my head place was and what I was going to do. And in that time frame, I honestly, I'm not even trying to pat myself on the back. I wasn't fearful, bro. I was just kind of like, hey, whatever God want to do, like, because I actually been through this before. And so this is why we have to be good stewards over what God has given us, because, you know, there's a time to plant seed and there's a time to harvest. So when we are making a surplus in our funds and stuff, God calls us to be good stewards over it. And we want to make sure that we're storing up. We're storing up wheat in the storehouse, man. We're making sure that we have when there is a drought, because there is a drought. And so a lot of things are drying up, like, the EBT situation and the EBT SNAP situation. And you got people who are out here. I just seen videos, people robbing stores and all kind of crazy stuff. And it's like, your job is a source of income, a resource, but God is your source. So who are you going to depend on? Am I truly Jireh to you? And a lot of these people who were in these high positions, I think God is also testing the hearts of his people and testing the hearts of those who may not know him, so that they can come to know him. And it's a lot of things going on in the world right now, man. Like, we got the storm going on with Melissa over in Jamaica. So, man, just be praying for people, bro. Like, this is a rough time, but a lot of these things aren't just bad things happening. Some of these things are judgment. Like, a lot of these things we do, like, they have repercussions. There is repercussions for your actions at times. Yes, God may forgive you. And a lot of the stuff that we've done throughout in the US and some of these companies and people who just lived a life of basically having heaven on earth, and not saying everybody who makes a high salary has heaven on earth, but just the fact that some of us aren't even appreciative of what we have. I mean, even if you make it $30,000 a year, you need to be thanking the Lord, because some people, they ain't got no job. They ain't got no place to lay their head. They ain't got nothing. So, man, just a reminder, bro, give the glory back to God. Give your life to God if you don't know him, and make sure that you have yourself in position spiritually. And then when he's blessing you with certain things, make sure you're a good steward over them, because you don't know when there may be a drought. But that's all I wanted to share today, man. You already know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, sub a dub, show your boy some love. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.